I'm gonna say about the channel, and then I'll introduce myself and stuff.
Where I'm from. All right. Well, I just clicked, so it's probably gonna start within like a couple seconds.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I can wait like a couple of seconds until I see stuff going on. So IBE was happening this weekend, which is why I'm probably gonna. Well, I mean, the way that I'm doing it now, I'm probably gonna I might have to get off after we get done the interview and then come back on, just because of because if I go to my self screen, it's gonna be like it's gonna be like Jack. I don't have a screen technically right now, so either way, it's no big deal. Yeah. But okay, you know what? It doesn't even matter because either way, I'm probably gonna post some of this stuff up. So what's up, anybody that is jumping on? I know I'm starting a little bit late right now. I do see your countdown happening.
Yeah, now it's recording.
Okay, cool. Okay, if you guys don't know, I did say that I was going to be doing a slight, small interview with Cypherbeast tonight. Tony, if you want to, well, I don't know if you want me to, if you want to go by Cypherbeast or Tony or, just, you can introduce yourself and explain a little bit about Cypherbeast and everything, you can plug away all you want.
Yeah, for sure. So here on Cypherbeast TV, that's the content, the channel. I'm your host, Tony47. I'm out here in Portland, Oregon. I've been breaking for almost 18 years now, off and on, right? Out here, I have throne jams, I have wand jams, I have judge jams out here in Portland, Oregon. But, for me to be out in the scene, going to other countries and states and stuff, it's still fairly new to me. I've been out to Seattle, Vancouver, BC, but as I was learning, I haven't really paid my way through the states and stuff. And so through content and through talking to you and other people that have been in the game doing things, kind of created a whole content through podcasts. Hey, I really want to know your experiences. I really want to know your journey, because your journey is different than mine, different from whoever that we run into and talk to that's been out there. And so I think me doing this, I've learned a lot so far, and super excited to keep growing and doing this and going to jams to make it more exciting, because as I'm getting older, there's only so much moves I can learn and do, and having fun with it. But through content, heck yeah, dude, it's it feels I
feel like we're all in that category as we get older.
Yeah, I know, right?
So then, for everything with the site. Okay, so also for anybody joining up, this isn't me interviewing him. This is technically Tony interviewing me. I'm just deciding to go live tonight as well. I figured I'd, might as well do a little, Q&A if anybody is also wondering the same things that Tony's gonna ask me as well. Just knock it out. I'll probably, there's a possibility we'll get off, but then I'll get back on to watch some IBE and House of Dance stuff, depending on how long the interview goes for. I mean, you guys know breakers can talk for 10 minutes or they can talk for 3 hours. So either way, yeah, we'll just see how it goes. If anybody is also watching that, you can let us know that you guys can hear us good. Ola House of Dance was fire. Was it? That's sick, because I saw some clips and it looked really dope. So that's why I wanted to kind of check it out. But yeah, I mean, Tony, you are the interviewer, so take it away.
Yeah, most definitely. And in the previous episodes, we actually did one. We chopped it up and kind of got your Oregon stories through that episode. And today is kind of us chopping it up. Definitely want to run by with you with talking about a little about the Olympics that happened last week, and then this week is huge event happening, IBE, right? But I think we'll do a recap on that another time. I know you're gonna be talking about it later down today, but for today, definitely want to run it by. There's crazy moments that happen during the Olympics in the breaking, right? Which is everyone's talking about right now, which is the ray gun. I definitely want to hear your thoughts and your thoughts about that. I saw actually currently this past yesterday and Saturday, a UFC. I forgot her name, but Agrel won, and she actually did her emote after her celebration which is the ray gun. She did some of the, the kangaroo hops. They'll tap her legs on the floor, sweep it, and tap her legs. So I thought it was pretty interesting that that moment that just happened last week. She used it towards that. So creating the meme and the dance, like I seen videos was actually Fortnite kind of mimicking it, not the actual moves, and so on and so on. I'm sure there's like Roblox. I'm sure there's so much other things that happen, especially if you're surfing through like social media. There's all kinds of memes out there. And do you think this became a lot bigger? I mean, it's worldwide, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I see there's so many different things that in my mind going through it. So what are your thoughts around? Did you see the UFC? Her celebration?
Yeah,
you did?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, I obviously, like, I think anytime there is another meme that comes out, somebody is sending it to me, like, in my DMs, and I'm just like, all right, dude, like, I think, okay, so here's my thought process of it. I mean, obviously, I've been posting videos on this and, like, talking about the conspiracy theories and everything that's been going around. All in all, though, like, okay, first I want to say this, like, if I am, like, sounding like I'm coming to the defense of, like, her skill level, or, like, everybody needs to stop, like, bullying, like, guys, I'm not saying anything about her skill level. Like, we're all breakers. Like, we all go through this, like, breaking. Like, if you don't do good, even if you do good, you have people talking, shit about you, right? Like, it's just what it is. Like, that's what breaking. I wouldn't be who I am today if people weren't talking shit about me, right? It is what it is. So, like, when I'm trying to be honest with people when I do bring any of this stuff up, and I'm not, like, white knighting for anybody. I'm not trying to say, guys, she was amazing, because, like, we got to be truthful, like, she wasn't that good, right? We got to be truthful. Like, out of everybody that was at the Olympics, like, she was definitely just not up to standard for it. I'm not trying to dog on her or anything. Like, it is what it is. I'm going to be honest about it. I think more people are upset with the fact that she was at the Olympics than who she really is. You know what I mean? Like if she wasn't, if she never made it to the Olympics and all the spotlight wasn't shown to her, and she was just in Australia winning jams and, like, doing what she had to do, she would have just been a normal B-girl like any other B-girl is in the entire world, right? Like, nobody would have been like, oh, I saw this clip of this Australian woman, like, breaking in Australia, let me make it go viral. Like, no, it got viral because it was at the Olympics and she was there for it, right? And people are wondering, how did something like that get to it, right? From 4K to 188,000 followers. Just checked her in. Yeah, it went viral, right? And, like, I can see people saying, like, hey, this is a good thing. It's a spotlight on breaking. I'm gonna be honest, just personally, from my opinion, I don't think it's a good thing. I think it's fine that, like, people, again, like, this is for anything. It didn't have to be breaking. It could have been for any sport. Like, people that don't break, they made a meme out of it. It went viral. Now, and probably forever, when you think back to the Olympics of 2024,
right?
She will be talked about before the winners will be talked about. It is what it is. Like, that's what's gonna happen. Like, everyone is gonna remember that situation, right? And it's a meme, and it's a joke. So when we think about breaking in 2024, we're gonna think of it kind of being a joke in a way, right? It's just what it is. On top of it, it's kind of messing with the scene right now. Like, I don't think people realize what's happening, but I talked to some people from Australia, and I talked to some other people that around the globe about the situation, because I've been getting DMs about the situations going around at their local scenes and whatnot.
Right.
So, like, some things I've heard are kids in their schools for, like, breaking classes and shit, they're being bullied now, like, which is fucking bad. Not good. It's gonna make them quit. So everybody being like, this is gonna draw more people in. Like, maybe it'll draw more people in for, like, viewing, but, like, it's also hurting the community as well. That's just one little part of it, though. Like, then we go on to, like, I heard funding is being pulled from people's events that they're trying to throw because people don't want anything to do with their events, right? So, again, like, this isn't really all a good thing. Like, it's a joke. Maybe it's getting a spotlight on Breaking, but, like, how many people are actually going to dig into Breaking and be like, you know what? Let me give Breaking a chance and dig deeper and see how cool Breaking is. Most people see the clip, they share it because it's funny. That's about it, right? Like, so part of me is like, cool, it got spotlight, you know, it got eyes on Breaking, and I still think it has eyes on. I don't think this is over yet either, because I know she's still in Europe, and when she gets back to Australia, the media is probably going to go at her. You know what I mean? Like, again, hey, it is what it is. Like, her skill-wise, no, I don't really think she was, like, you know, the top tier of, like, all Breaking B-girls. And I think that's what everybody's issue is she was at the Olympics representing B-girls. She wasn't the top tier, which is why I'm getting, like, this isn't a B-girl. Like, this is a, you know, like, she's, like... Sorry, something fell upstairs. This is like, you know, she's an embarrassment to all B-girls everywhere. And it's just like, dude, like, relax. Like, it's like... more people are flipping out over her being there than she was as a fucking B-girl.
Right. And they wouldn't even know of her unless she was on that stage too. And so,
yeah. And also, sorry, I'm gonna,
go for it.
Kind of like, just answer somebody's question over here because I think it kind of plays into this. In my opinion, her performance was whack. How come every influencer is able to copy her moveset? I'm going to be honest with you, dude. There's a lot of fucking dope B-boys out there that an influencer can copy their moveset. No offense to Flea Rock or anything, right? I'm just bringing this up as an example. Flea Rock went out, he brought out pistols, and he started shooting his feet, and everybody lost their shit, right? Any influencer can do it. Just imagine if an influencer saw a B-boy that everybody liked, and then everybody's going to have to defend that B-boy. It'd be like, nah, you guys just don't understand. This is style. This is style. Like, nah, dude. That's like... I don't want to hear, like, anybody... Because anybody can do Top Rock. Dude, I teach Top Rock and six steps to, like, ballerinas in dance classes. You know what I mean? Like, her performance was not good for Breaking. I'm going to say that. But giving it a reason of, like, an influencer can do it, dude, anybody can do anything in Breaking. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Also, I'm not angry at you. I'm just trying to explain.
That takes time and experience.
Yeah. Anyways, that's how I feel about it. Yeah. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, and definitely, you know, in the play with that, it's also, you know, how you're rocking the beat, right? But on
exactly, and I think
level,
like
it's
I do agree that like kangaroo hops. Why would you ever do that? You know what I mean? Like, I get where her mind is. At the same time, I'm like, dude, like, come on, like,
isn't that like they're meant for Australia? The kangaroos known.
No. I get it. That's what I mean. I get it. Okay. But like, come on, man. We're on the Olympic stage. Like, to top it off, like the sprinkler. Why would you ever? Like, that's, dude. I'm so sorry, but like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like,
if she was doing the kangaroo, I feel like she should blow it up right after, or like, you know, like,
dude, you got to be able to back it up. You know, you got to back it up. So if you're gonna sit there and like yawn, like, to be fair, that's the b-boy community's fault as well. To have that like b-boy, like, I got this shit, you know, the fake attitude, which is what I've always been against. Like, don't fake it, because once you have to back it up, what's gonna fucking happen? That happens, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so boring. Check out my kangaroo hops. Like, no, dude, it's not working. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. As we're getting more into it, I definitely, some of the stuff I ran into recently, which is you know, the UFC, right? The champion. She did her taunt, and then also on one of her interviews, she like mentioned, she's like, oh yeah, now I could be in the Olympics. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
You see that everywhere.
Yeah, and which is why it's like, and that's kind of the bad part about Breaking. Like, it's like you have to be part of the scene to like really have a full understanding of like just what we are, you know? Like, I can't explain it, right? It's easy to mimic a move, right? But that's what separates breaking from like normal people just doing shit, right? And that's when I'm saying like a kangaroo hop, dude. Anybody can do a kangaroo hop. Now anybody can do like a 6-step or like Indian step, but like you finesse with it, right? So if you're gonna do a kangaroo hop, you gotta finesse with it and like add it into your style, or else you're just doing a fucking kangaroo hop. So it's like, yeah, I don't know.
Do you think, because it was round robin, right? She was probably at like what, 8 to 10 rounds gone through already, roughly? Do you think possibly she probably, you know, spaced out and moved?
No, I don't think so. Because she said herself in the I don't know if it was like after an interview or something, but like she said herself like, oh, I wanted to show a little bit of Australian flavor, you know, like I wanted to, but like that's not the way you go about it, you know, like there's just man, I don't know. I think I've just a part of me feels like the b-boy scene is like also, you know, a fact. Not only that, dude, but like part of me is kind of like hey, that's like if you go to a normal jam, like you're probably gonna see shit like that. And like that's what I mean, where I feel like people are more upset that she made the Olympics, because you see shit like that all the time at jams. Like so I think people are more upset that she's at the Olympics versus like her just doing kangaroo hops. Like I don't know.
Yeah, they were looking, it's an Olympian level, right? They want to see things
exactly.
And I think they can do.
Yeah, and people are more like, how did you get there? I can't believe this. And then people are like, oh, I could be in the Olympics. Well, like, I mean, people can mimic like half the moves that people were doing out there and could be like, I can be in the Olympics. I don't know, man. All I'm saying is like after this week, I'm hoping to like not fucking touch this subject again.
Yeah, I know. It's starting to get stale. I actually have like people I work with and coworkers or whatever that are like,
me too,
bringing it. I'm like,
and it's the reason why I talked about the conspiracy theories, because I sat in work, I think on like Wednesday, and one of my like higher ups was like, yeah, man, did you hear like the kangaroo girl, like her husband was the judge?
Oh, right.
I was like, you better shut that fucking mouth.
Or like LA Games wasn't approved because of her, you know?
Dude, like, that's the other one, and that's hard to come across, because it's so easy to blame her for it, because we all know that everybody's like it's a mock, it's a joke, right? And it's so easy to just throw it on her when like, dude, come on, like it's been discussed last year that it was already gonna go.
Yeah, I wonder down the road though, like, do you think any of these like video games will create a emote out of that? And like,
they will, dude, 100%.
Like,
Fortnite,
you know, incentive to that, right?
Yeah,
that'd be like insane. Who knows, right? But,
dude, she's so wild, man. I would have never. It's another thing I continue to think about, man. Is like 4 years of like, or 3 or 4 years, whatever it's been since like, you know, breaking was announced in the Olympics, and all this fucking build up, everybody like working so hard and like trying to like, yo man, like we gotta make sure we're on point, we gotta make sure we're fucking set, right? Everything is like fucking solid, and then it's literally, this is technically nobody's control, right? Because everybody's so worried about b-boys like, you know, being responsible because we're always late, or you know, we act like fools everywhere. Like everybody was so focused on that. And then that happened. I would have never guessed in my entire life. Like, if somebody put me in the future a day after the Olympics, and I'm like, let me just see the day after the Olympics, what's happening, I would have never fucking guessed what's happening right now. Shit is wild.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. I think also another one I saw that was pretty funny. It was a windshield wiper. I don't know if you seen that.
Dude, I did. I saw that. Yeah.
They had their, oh gosh, it's comical. It's funny right now.
And then I got another question in the chat that said, are people higher up at least noticing the rest of the event, or is it the main topic only ray gun? I'm going to be completely honest with you. The main topic is ray gun, and then they don't care about talking about anything else. Just being honest. That's literally what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I've seen some other videos, a 14-year-old China doing like a diving event, and he broke like a bunch of records or something there and got gold medal. And then people in the audience, since he was 14 years old, he loved like Teenage Mutant Turtles and stuff, and they're throwing toys at him.
That's sick. Yeah, that's awesome. Right? That's sick. I was like, oh,
dude. That's cool. Okay.
Yeah, man. Kids are crazy, man. Kids can do some amazing things. I think I just watched some little kid. He had to be like 10 years old or something. He did like, I think 7 one-handed air flares in a row, or maybe it was like 5 one. And I was just like, dude, it's next level shit.
That is the amount of the involvement that's going.
Yeah, which is also funny because I know like how people say like, they talk about ray gun and they're like, oh, this is stuff my toddler can do. But then you see an actual toddler doing one-handed air flares and you're like, I know a toddler can do that probably.
Even air flares, I'm like, whoa, that's impressive. Gosh, it's crazy. If you've seen, like, I recently saw B-Boy Watto at Freestyle Stream last night. I actually never heard of him, never seen him.
Oh, dude, he's nasty.
And then I was like, wow, this guy,
amazing.
kid is crazy good.
Yep, dude, amazing. Yeah,
man, dope. Let's move on to another highlight. I thought you saw the live event Hero 10. I think he saw, he was going against Victor, and he knew he wasn't going to make it into the bracket, and he went off, throwing down, like, hard down his power moves, pretty much laying whatever he can on the floor, and the emotion he had, through it, if you can feel it. I felt it through the through the live screen, to the television, right? And I think it's pretty cool that he did that, and he went down hard and got that emotions out. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, like, out of the whole event, that was probably, like, personally, that was probably the most emotion. I was like, dude, he's like going through it right now, like, as in, like, this is like he, like, you could tell as soon as he stepped out, I was like, damn, did he just like that's it? It's done for him? And then you saw him, like, you saw it in his face, and you're like, fuck, man, like, I feel for you. Like, it was definitely emotional, you know what I mean? Like, and then it's something like, I don't know, not to sound corny or anything, but it's like something straight out of, like, a movie,
Right.
Like,
it's like some glider. Hey, for the Olympics. Go
yeah.
down
Like, crying and, like, going
here.
through it. But, dude, he returns the shit, man. He's so sick. So, like, I mean, win or lose, like, again, like, that's what it's about. It's like, win or lose, like, you make a statement out there, and, like, yo, he ripped it. Maybe he didn't win gold, maybe he didn't win a medal or whatever, but he's gonna be definitely one of the most remembered people, like, out of the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
At least for me, he is.
Most
like,
definitely.
Yeah. But I think I mean, it's sick. That's just what breaking is, It's I think he put it. All eyes are on breaking. Man, it fucking sucks that this ray gun thing took over, because, like, that probably would have been, like, a highlight, like, thing for. I know as soon as it happened, everybody was like, "Well, this is gonna be on social media." I'm not even kidding you. It was like 5 seconds. 5 seconds. I opened up Instagram to check, and Stance already, like, had their video up. I was like, that was fast. Definitely.
Yeah, I
take
saw
advantage of the views coming out of that. Yeah.
Popped up, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Next thing you know, the next day I'm like, what? Like, it's like almost everywhere. Like, it's just getting pushed out everywhere. It's crazy. It was crazy. The Hero 10 moment is great. Yeah. A lot of them, hopefully it comes out, even the winners, the gold medalists and stuff that won, bronze, silver, even people on the stages, right? Hopefully they get more shine and more notice upon that. But I guess we'll see down the road once this kind of fades out. But who knows when? I don't know.
I know
something will pop up. It pops up all over again. Who knows?
Dude, I don't know. In my head, it's stuck like Gundam style. You know how, like, Gundam style was, like, in for a while, and then, like, it faded out, and then now, like, years later, it's like, if you make that joke, you're like a fucking, yo, man, you're like, wait, but, like, it's like cringe. Like, I hope just, like, 2 years down the line or something, like, people are breaking and people are like, oh, you're breaking? Like, it's kind of cringe. Like, what are you doing? Like,
it's you popped into my mind. Like, do you think we're gonna see that, like, people just kind of mess around, like, at jams and
100%,
like
100%, and that's another, like,
stuff. So
I don't know. People think it's funny, and it's already, like, cringe to me. Like, it's already cringe to me. People are doing it. I know for a fact. Yeah. I know for a fact I'm gonna be at a jam. Either people are gonna compete and do it, and obviously people are going to be like, oh my God, this guy is hilarious. Or I'm going to be at a jam or, like, an outside park or something. Like, you know how, like, jams are, like, it's kind of like everybody's involved. You go to, like, it's like an outside jam and you're, like, drinking beers and, like, people can come and watch and shit. It's definitely going to be outside people coming in, doing kangaroo hops in the circle while everybody's, like, trying to break. Like, it's just
in my mind right now.
I get it. Like, it's like they're being part of the they're not part of the community. I just mean, like, they're trying to have fun with us, but at the same time, I'm just like, fuck, man, like, I'm tired. I'm already tired of it. You know what I mean? Like,
everyone's all gonna push him away. Get out of here, man.
I already can see the like white dudes like jumping in the circles, like in like full like button-up shirts, being like, ugh. I'll be like, dude, come on, dude.
Man,
I'm already mad about it.
Some street shows. Oh yeah, you guys are breaking. I'm gonna.
Oh, you guys are breaking?
A run.
Oh yeah, exactly.
They bust some ray gun stuff.
Come on, guys, I could do it. Like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Ruined.
Yeah, I think at the end of it's gonna just be, I don't know, I think it's gonna be funny, you know.
I hope so, dude. I really fucking hope so. I think I just feel more for the communities right now going through it with like the funding being pulled and shit, like, and then the conspiracy theories are not helping it because like also the people that are funding events are also, they're not doing research into it. They're just hearing what like the feedback is from like the community, and negative feedback if there's something involved with the fucking conspiracy theories and they're not true, still being spread around. Like, I don't know. It's hard. I only time's gonna tell. You know how people were like, oh, wait until after the Olympics. You're gonna probably have to wait like, 6 months or so until you start seeing like people getting sponsorships and shit. At this point, I'm waiting for the memes to die off before, if Breaking is actually gonna make a comeback from it. So, I mean, Breaking's breaking. No matter what, I'm still gonna fucking break. I'm just talking about like, the general public's view of what Breaking is now. So.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's not gonna stop it. Like this weekend, IB is still going on.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks later, I think there's like probably a Red Bull coming out in December, the World Finals. Everything will just keep doing what it's doing. Our freestyle session coming up, and
November, I think all the jams are going to be all the jams are going to be the same. I don't think anything in the breaking community is going to change, at least for us.
Oh yeah.
I just think
keep doing what's doing.
Or like this is either like people were interested and it's going to keep them locked in and they're going to be like, all right, let's keep checking Breaking out, or it's people checked out what Breaking was about and they saw it was ray gun and now they're like, it's a joke, why do I even want to continue to watch this shit? Or like I was even saying like, if I'm watching the Olympics and I'm like, yo, I want to get invested in like another like hobby or like something to like get involved with, like if all I saw was ray gun for Breaking and I was thinking about getting into Breaking and everybody's making a joke out of it, I'm not getting into Breaking. How the fuck would I do that?
Yeah, but like you're
just
saying,
being honest.
The youngings, right?
Yeah, I mean, if I was like
bought it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if I was like trying to get into skateboarding and somebody made a meme out of like a skateboarder or something, I'd be like, no, why would I do this? I do not want to be laughed at. Especially when Breaking is like, everybody's always like, dance the way you want to dance. You create, be original, and then people are seeing that after like you get. I mean, to be fair, it's definitely not what you're supposed to do. But when you hear about it, I think a lot of people are also going to be afraid of being more critiqued nowadays about being like created, because I think people are going to be a little bit more like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. You might be the next Olympic ray gun or something, some bullshit like that. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You definitely. I think all over the world, the people are gonna joke around about that. Especially, I feel like I can see it in my mind now about like little kids, middle schoolers and stuff, joking around. But then it'll get to So it's never gonna die. It's just gonna keep going on. So until the next big viral thing happens or something, and then it'll probably get forgotten, but it'll still be there.
Profo 1 is saying the brands did love it. Is there like proof of that? I'm just curious on like are the brands like coming out and being like, oh my god, let's start sponsoring Breaker?
I saw a thing with Odell, the artist. She said she loved it.
I saw she like stopped her concert, right? She like stopped her concert and like that. Yeah. I saw that video too. I was like, oh shit. But I don't know, man. I guess
Profo's on. What's up? The trades, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we just did the little thing with Profo.
Yeah, that's tight.
Profo said he can't speak on it. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. Listen. All right. I guess we'll wait and see.
Maybe a Kango brand or something. Who knows?
I would say I would have high hopes for it, but this situation's not over yet. She's not even back in Australia yet. Once it's over, then I start seeing like brands start like sponsoring people. I'll be like, all right, Profo, I see you. But as of now, it's in my pocket.
I'll probably release it this week though. I had to actually talk about with Friction on Break Street Media talking about some of the rig, and we're talking about like, you know, people, how the popularity of her going viral. Do you think like people would actually pay her to be like an event because you're gonna capture so many people?
Dude, that would be wild
because of that name, right?
That would be wild.
And so she's making, you know, a revenue out of that way just to be at that club, or you know, just like some, you know.
Yeah. That would kind of be wild, like to get into that, like if she's getting flown out for shit versus like just like normal breakers,
the Hawk Tui stuff, right?
Dude, yeah, dude, that'd be so wild. Holy shit! What if she becomes like the most famous out of any? She's technically almost the most famous right now. Like,
yeah.
Let's be real. Like, you got MMA fighters like mimicking her. Like,
oh yeah, everyone in the whole world knows who Reagan is.
Yeah. Oh man. I don't know, man. It's like, I want to be hopeful for the future. I'm just like, I'm in that middle ground right now where I'm like, I don't want to be too hopeful. At the same time, you know, I'm not going to be as low as, you know, Breakin's not over, but it's not in the best situation right now. We can talk about like brands loving it and shit, but guess what? Public view wise, majority of people are taking this as a fucking joke. So that's the way I see it. I mean, at least 90% of the people, when I go out, my family, my friends, my coworkers, Breakin's a joke right now. And to me, that's what matters, is anybody out there. I don't give a fuck about the brands. I don't give a fuck about corporations. Like, personally, to me, like, I look like a joke. Well, not I look like a joke. I think most people, like, that personally know me, like, they know, like, they ask me, like, yo, is this girl good or not? Because they kind of, like, probably understand I don't know, at least I look better of a dancer than her. So, like, they kind of ask my opinion about it, but still, like, that's all they talk about. They don't talk about the normal Olympics. They just talk about that.
The hardest thing for me when people are asking me about it is just like, that, you know, that happens. You're trying to explain, like, I try to keep it very simple to them, but for us, or for, you know, trying to explain behind the scenes, because you're a breaker or a b-boy, and, you know, trying to figure, you know, behind the scenes kind of stuff, what's going on, right? And so to explain it to them, they might not get it. And so I think that's a difficult part for me when people are asking about, like, yeah, I know it sucks. She made it. They had to go through a qualifier round, right? Through all this stuff they had to go through, but, you know, she made it. I don't know how, but she made it. You know, is she the best in Australia? I don't know that scene, so
I don't know either.
So I'm not sure, but but I guess time will tell. I'm sure they're, like you mentioned, they're still going through all the their investigation or something like that.
Yeah, I don't think. Listen, I talked to people from. Hey, Purple, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I'm messing up your interview too, Tony.
Just dude, you're good.
Feel free to like edit any of this bullshit out. But I do think, like, you know, I talked to people from Australia, and like, dude, actually one of the petitions is already, like, it's done. Like, they tried to petition for it and they're like, oh, we're having an investigation, and it's already like it's out because of all the misinformation that's on it. Like, I just think, I don't know, man, there's a lot of conspiracy theories. Like, is there a possibility? Dude, yes, anything is possible, but but I don't think so, man. I just literally think the requirements for people to do that jam were a little bit much for everyone to enter, and just with the playing field that was there, she just made it. It's just all it is.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Let's go on to the next topic, but my 2 cents is that I think it's cool to see that, the viral part of it. Does it hurt some of the community, and, you know, it gets kind of annoying, cringy that, you know, the general audience, when they think of breaking, now they're gonna think of ray gun, right? But overall, I think it's giving noise to the scene, more eyes on it, where they could be possibly want to go see deeper into it, and maybe
I see videos. I agree. I see it from both angles, right? I mean, I hear from T, thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. I hear from both sides of, like, you know, I hear from the scene sides where people are telling me about people pulling out for fun. Like Profo said, like, the Olympics had a 1.8 billion reach. That's fucking great. But that's not all positive reach, right? You have funding being pulled from events because they don't trust it, right? That's not good. I don't give a fuck about the reach if people are pulling funding from events because the joke is reaching people. I don't care that much. But it's putting more eyes on breaking for the positive side. Maybe people are digging deeper. They're seeing what breaking really is about. They're seeing the rest of the b-boys in the Olympics. You know what I mean? Good can come out of this. You know what I mean? I just think right now it looks like a joke. And anybody else that's saying it doesn't look like a joke, come on. Look at the number one most talked about thing through fucking all of internet right now is Ray Gun. And it's a joke. You know what I mean? Nobody's praising her for how good she was. It's literally a joke. And I hate to say it. It just sounds bad. I'm not trying to do the dog pile shit, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just trying to be honest. This is where we're at. I think a lot of people are trying to push it off as this is something super positive, but it's positive in a way, but at the same time, it's kind of bad. So we got to look at it from both sides.
Definitely. Yeah, most definitely. And I think the only way from where we come from here as a culture and everyone getting involved, it's everything just comes up from here.
I'm hoping. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping we can kind of just, which mainly I'm pretty positive we'll get out of the muck soon. I'm just hoping it just ends sooner than later. You know what I mean?
Oh, right. All right. I think this is staying forever.
Dude, I would. Oh. Can you imagine a year from now we're still on this shit talking?
Oh gosh, I'm pretty sure probably will.
Yeah, I'm just why not said? Why not just said? He's we can only go up from here, which is true. I think we all just kind of got to put our foot forward and move up from it.
Nice, dude. Speaking of that, the DJs. DJ Flag, part of your crew, Lion Zion. Yeah, he was the DJ for the Olympics. They threw some good music.
Yeah,
some original classics, for
some
sure.
Actual music. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was tight. That was dope. Especially the final track. I was like, oh, bro. They dropped down, the Babe Ruth Mexican. I was heated up when I heard that. I was like, oh, I grew up, I started breaking. That's one of the first songs I heard. And
me too.
And for it to keep it classic that was tight. Yeah,
shit's dope. Yeah, I think it was great. I think it's it gives an idea of what breakers break to. It's not this electro 1980s music that a lot of the public thinks it is. Usually when you say breakdance or breaking to the general public, they think of electro beats or free freestyle music. I think it gave a good understanding. At the same time, I'm still seeing comments on there where it's I think I saw one comment where it's some, I don't know, it just looked like some random ass older dude, and he's just what's all this jazz music that they're dancing to? What is this bullshit? And I'm just damn, man, it's just it's actually just hip hop music. There wasn't even weird jazzy music. I mean, besides I don't know, maybe some a track here or there, but I just saw people talking, the normal you wouldn't really understand, but they were playing, at least to the breaking community. I think for the breaking community, dude, it was a jam, or not jam, but it was an event. It was a normal breaking competition. You had the host up there, you had everybody up there. Music was just actually it was better than a competition because they could play licensed music. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, obviously, I think all the breakers were about it. I think that's one of the best things that have gone through the community has been, they're actually playing breaks and hip hop and regular music during the competition, which is sick.
Yeah, it's mad sick. And the hosts are on the USA side, right? When they're streaming, it was streaming with the commentators, B-Boy Ronnie and Kid David, and listening through them, storytelling the movements and kind of educating at the same time. I thought that was tight. I was like, dude, that's so sick. To do that, it takes some skills for sure, and storytell the general audience of why we do this, why this freeze matters in the execution.
Yeah, they did. I'll say this: out of any commentator, Kid David is probably that's top tier commentator. I think he did perfect job at commentating, you know, sounding professional, knowing his shit, not just like randomly saying a word here and there or like calling moves. Dude, what was the one commentator that it was a couple years ago? He said that he did the head scoop or something, the head scoot scat or something, and it was like, it was just a head slide, and like, oh look, it's the head scoot or something. That was a big joke. It was a big meme like years ago, but
was it?
I forget what event it was, but I just remember like I was live streaming it too. This was back when I was live streaming events like that, and dude, I was just like, huh?
Was it a BC1 event?
No, I don't think it was a BC1 event because they had like the other commentator that was with them was like a professional, like more like professional-ish. Like he wasn't even part of the community. I think BC1 usually keeps people part of the community. Yeah. Scoot on the noggin. Scoot on the noggin. Yeah, I mean the chat is like typing in like they know what it is. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh really?
Scoots on the noggin.
Okay. I just typed it out. I gotta look into this.
Because I was waiting for that shit to happen at the Olympics. I was like, yo, I heard the first day with the B girls, they had a normal like commentator on there, like a normal, like they had Candy and then they had a normal commentator, and it was, I think it was like a British woman, or I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if she was British or not.
Right. No, I was laughing because my brother was actually watching, my older brother. He doesn't break anything, but he was watching it, and he said he's watching live stream. He found some stream through online somewhere, and like he's like, this guy, there was some lady talking. He's like, this commentator sucks. Like I don't could understand her. Like
yeah. Dude, the one there was one of the commentators, and I was like, shit, are we getting this for like breaking tomorrow? Like, are we gonna get like Kid David and then like like just some random like dude who knows nothing about breaking again? Because we're definitely gonna get more scoots on the noggin if we do. Like it's definitely. And then they were calling like windmills like, I don't know, they were calling like flares windmills or something. Oh dude, it was so bad, bad. But Kid David, he held it down. He did good.
Yeah,
I mean Ronnie did good too.
Yeah.
I'm not all props to Kid David, but you know, it's I enjoyed the commentary versus like what I'm usually when they try to do a little bit more professional. Like this was very good, I will say.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Nice. Break it down overall the Olympics in your eyes and your thoughts. How do you think this helps the scene down the road? I mean, we kind of talked about it.
Yeah, already a little bit.
You said 8.2 billion or something like that.
1.8 billion, I think. Provo said, which is it's a lot of fucking people. Yeah. But again, I think it would have worked out better if all eyes were focused on breaking versus a meme. You know what I mean? It comes down to what are the eyes on. We can say it's 1.8, but we all know all the eyes are on a meme. Maybe some are on, breaking, but I feel like majority are on a meme to share it around, to be funny, for clout. But it's not saying it's all breaking is like bad. I think this is also a good thing because we got the eyes on us. There are going to be people, obviously, that are going to be invested in breaking. Maybe it's not all of them, but there's definitely going to be people coming out of this, like, interested in breaking and, like, how the scene is, digging into, like, other events, digging into, like, breakers, wanting to get into it. So, like, I see it, like I said before, I see it in both ways. I think, personally for myself, I haven't really been, like, a big, like, breaking in the Olympics, breaking deserves to be in the Olympics, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of, like, on the, like, neutral playground of it. Seeing it in the Olympics, like, for me watching it in the Olympics, I felt like I was watching a competition, and I'm just saying personally, I don't feel like it fits. Right. Like, I think the athletic part fits. I just don't think it fits. Like, I don't know. I think like host being in the middle of a stage, like acting, and don't get me wrong, like I think the hosts were great for a competition, right? You have hosts, they're doing the normal thing hosts do. Everything ran like a breaking jam. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to see breaking in the Olympics with, like, hosts on the stage, like, acting like goofballs. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to act like goofballs. Hosts act like goofballs all the time. But I'm saying for, like, something like the Olympics where it's, like, I don't know, a lot, like sports are looked at as, like, they're respected, like, a little bit more professional. And then, like, I'm looking at like two hosts on a stage, like shaking their knees, like going crazy, and like gold chains. Like visually, it's just something in my head. It's just a personal thing. It just didn't look like it fit. Other people are gonna have their own opinions. That's cool. I'm not like hating on breaking the Olympics. I just don't think it looked like it fit there. But that's not saying like I'm not saying it's not a good thing for breaking. Like I said, there's positives that are gonna come out of it. I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe it's the fucking b-boy in me that's like breaking is not a stage, like a big stage thing. But I mean, this is where we're at. So.
Right. Especially if you're so used to coming from jams, and now it's like big higher scale things coming down the road.
Yeah, like I get it. Here's another thing. Just touch on real quick. I think they did what they did. Like a lot of people were scared for breaking coming into the Olympics, and the b-boy community was like, "You're gonna ruin breaking because you're gonna put it in the Olympics. You're gonna change all this shit up, putting this competition into the Olympics. You're gonna make it not hip hop." I think they did make it very hip hop. They put a big boombox there. They put the breaking circle there. They had the host. You had the DJs there. Like everything was like a normal competition, and I think they played it that way because if they took anything out, then the breaking community was going to be like, why would you take that out? That's part of breaking. Like the hosts are part of breaking. Why would you take the host out? The DJs are part of breaking. Why would you take the DJs off the stage? Like, I think it was like they played it safe where, for the community, which is a fucking awesome thing to do. I just think putting that into the Olympics is just, I don't know. Just personally, it just didn't look like a fit for me. But, I respect for what they did. I think the community should be like, thank you guys for keeping it like a normal breaking competition. That's what it is, right?
Yeah, for sure. Maybe we could see it down the road, like in the X Games or something when that happens. I don't know if they do it out in your town. Over in Portland, they used to do a thing called the Do Tour, where it's like skating, BMXing. I think there's something else. Well, it could have been just those general too, because they did like Vert, Street, right? And then I actually was down there. They had us do performance of breaking, and this guy, I'm the host that was announcing us out. He's like, we should have here at the Do Tour some breakdancing. And I was like, oh, let's go, do a performance stuff like that. And thinking it farther down the road to like tell this dang, it fits in that category with all them. So I think it'll be pretty cool if something down the road that gets cooked up. After this.
I mean, I think X Games did a little bit of things with breaking within the the previous years. I think like I saw like they had like something. We talked about this on I talked about this on stream like a while ago, like maybe like last year or something. But ESPN had like, I mean, even the ESPN stuff right now though, that's something else on top of like the X Games. But the X Games had like a breaking like competition, and it showed like the full competition. But I know they had some battles up and shit. But they did like test the waters with breaking. I don't
really?
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how it went. I'm assuming it didn't go that well if they only did it for like a year. But I know they did like test the water. But I think this is gonna like kind of get eyes back on breaking to see like who wants to like test it out again and whatnot.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned ESPN Pro Breaking Tour. They just did an event and it was live stream on ESPN. So hopefully down the road we see more of that, which it will be tight.
Yeah, and I think they did one last year. They did one this year. So I don't know if they're gonna do it like once a year kind of thing or whatnot. But hey man, it's on ESPN. I know like people were like at like bars and whatnot, and they were filming. It was on the TVs like while they were drinking, and like that's sick as shit. I think. Nice. I think it's awesome to like you could just be in a bar, look up, and breaking's on TV, like, and you see the people, and you're like, yeah, I know that guy. Like, it's dope.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Nice. Cool. As we're wrapping up here, what do you see down the road with content creating? A lot of things that have been happening with streams, live streams, content creating, not just within break, but as a social media platform. Like you see YouTubers doing vlogs and stuff. Do you there's a few people doing it already in breaking. Do you see that happening more often from since after the Olympics and then with content creating?
I don't know. I mean, again, man, it's really hard to judge. Just like if there wasn't this meme situation going on, I would be able to have a better. I feel like I would be able to judge it a little bit better to see like people like like getting more involved in like other shit. The issue is it's just, dude, I'm just flooded with the memes, and it's just like I can't
Right.
I can't see around it. You know what I mean? Like I see little bits and pieces, but it's just like, dude, I can't see around it. So like I don't know if like people are like, posting up like, or getting more involved with like social media wise. Like I think social media again, it's very soon. It's it's been like a week or 2 weeks since like it's happened. So but I don't know, man. I hope it takes off like any other like sport or whatever, like extreme sport or whatever. I don't know. I just hope it takes off, man. I feel like people I hope people start to look around the meme and get more invested in breaking, and yeah, I don't know. It's hard for me to say like content wise, because like we've been here for years, you know what I mean? Like breaking's been here for years and nobody's doing. A couple people are, but compared to the whole community, there's only a handful of people that are doing like streaming or like vlogging, or I can count like maybe 10 people that do it. I hope people start posting up more and kind of like shedding better light on breaking versus like the dumb meme shit. But again, like streaming content as well is like that's not going to change. You're going to get copyright. It's hard to stream break. I think no matter what, until like something happens where like we're allowed to stream music somehow that's being played at jams, I think that's going to be almost impossible to get through to like make a living off of breaking for like what I mean, what you do is fine because you make your own videos, you don't got to really worry about it. But for me, when I'm streaming events, like, dude, I don't make any money. The only way I make money is if people subscribe or people are like donating to the channel, because like any video I do, it's demonetized just because I gotta play the music. And I know like people are like, oh, you can put like fake beats over top of what they're dancing to, but it literally takes away from what people are actually we watch breaking and we watch dancing to see people interact with the music, that specific music. Not like some fake beats over top of it. You're not going to get the effect of somebody actually ripping the song up if it's some random ass song over top of it. So, I mean, we can kind of see that in Rebel BC1 2004, I think it was, where it was a DVD, and because they didn't have licensed music or anything, it was like just them battling with like some like really bad music over top of it, and it was just horrible. You can probably see it on YouTube still. But it was just like horrible looking. And then I think they started realizing, hey, maybe we need to make our own music and
right.
So.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man, cool, dude. I think content creating, in my eyes, it's still fairly new in the scene. I think we're gonna see more of it down the road. But it's just depending who wants to get involved and gets down into doing that, like being at jams and stuff. But yeah, it might be a difficult situation with the monetizing of music,
and I know like
strikes and stuff.
I know like somebody just mentioned Smurf in the chat about like spin theory. Dude, Smurf just got hit. He just got striked. He just got copyright strike.
Oh no.
Yeah, he did. He's talking about the Olympics. Like that's what I'm talking about. It's like it's almost impossible to like get around it in some way. Like I still have a strike on me from like last year, I think that sticks with me, or like the beginning of this year, and like I can't do anything about it. Like I'm not gonna fight with like Red Bull or somebody about it. Like
right,
it is what it is. Like you take the risk, you take the chance. It's not like I'm making money off of this shit anyway. So well, besides Twitch, I think Twitch has been the best thing about it, because like Twitch I can make like donations from, and like I can make stuff from people subscribing and whatnot. But also I can stream and they're not going to hit me with copyright strikes. Well, I'm not really like posting the video up, but the lives, like I'm fine. Like nothing happens.
Yeah, it takes a lot of work to do it, and you got to really build a brand through it. And then I guess a little piece, it's been said and done on some of the stuff content, right? So here's like a golden nugget that I have kind of learned or inside me that I from doing like business and like real estate and stuff, right? It's creating it into a business, turning an LLC, and for your channel to create your brand. And then on top of that, not just through your content, but that's why you see a lot of channels have a merch section or affiliate marketing, all this, sectors of a line of business to like, hey, go check out the merch. We're dropping this and this and this.
Yeah.
You see that a lot nowadays, just because true supporters will support their brand, wear their shirts, their merch type of stuff, and that creates a revenue sense for you, right? And depending how you want to pull the money back to the merch, back to the audience, so far and so forth. That's just one of the niches, but there's a lot of other things down the road to create things. It's just figure out how to do it right. Affiliate marketing is huge. If you have Amazon affiliate marketing, like the mic you have, I'm not sure what brand that is, but like the Shure one, I can talk about it and be like, yeah, check out the link. You'll get,
yeah.
That's
where I'm hoping it can like lead. And I think like, dude, I think it'd be just so much easier if we can just head scoot on by like and not get fucking copyright strikes on like anything that we try to do. Like, dude, it'd be so much better if that was possible.
Gosh,
it's just it just sucks.
But
I do see like merch coming into play with like people. I mean, that's another thing though. Like, b-boys have been selling their own merch for like, I don't know, years and years and years. But like, just being honest, man, most of the community doesn't support their own community. Like, it is what it is. Like, to be fair, like in Breaking, we also make fashion a big statement. Where if you don't look fresh, it's like look good, feel good kind of thing. And if you don't like somebody's gear, you're not gonna buy it, and that just means you're not. You know what I mean? Like, just not supporting. It's just like Dizzy shoes. Like personally, I don't think they look that good, so I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not trying to be an asshole and say I don't want to support you, but like I'm also not spending $150 on shoes that I just don't like to wear. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
It's just b-boys are selling merch for breakers, but like breakers also need to be fashionable. So like, I don't know. It's like that's a weird street to go down with it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, I feel you. I totally get it. Because I mean, they might think it's tight, yes, but then some, general audience might not fit them. But anyways, man, we can talk about this. There's a whole nother podcast.
I know, dude. We could actually just do another podcast.
So it's crazy. It's crazy. Dude. I think I'm gonna wrap it up right here. We're about to hit an hour, 60 minutes here shortly. But it's funny, you said Dizzy shoes. These are the only.
I know. I saw them behind you actually. Right? I started talking about it and I was like, oh, you have shoes.
Yeah. These are the number ones. I actually have another pair. I forgot which one it was called. I think it was a 2-step or something. I'm not a totally fan of those, but the number one's pretty dope. They're cool. They're kind of like the Puma suedes in a sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm just not a fan of like the design choice of it. That's all. That's just a personal thing. Some people don't like Nike, the swoosh, and some people don't like Adidas with 3 stripe. Like, I'm just not a fan of the arrow. That's it. It's just, everybody has their own opinion.
For sure. Yeah. No worries. That's cool. Yeah, dude. Dope, man. I'm gonna wrap it up right here, though. DOMkey, thank you for having you on. If people want to get in touch with you, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram. I'm pretty sure it's just DOMkey LOZ. Or you can do Twitch. Oh shit! My bad, dude. I'll send you some links later because
Google DOMkey.
Yeah, Google DOMkey, man. You'll find it somewhere. I'm just not into my. I got like my Instagram. I changed one time. I'm just trying to get them like all together. I don't know if I changed it back or not. I don't know. Either way, get at me. You'll find me anyway. You'll see it somewhere. I'll just type in B-Boy DOMkey and then you'll find a bunch of shit.
For sure. Yeah, dude, that's tight. Definitely had a good time chopping up with you, talking about some of the events that previously happened. Definitely want to recap on a few things later down the road. Like IB's coming down, a few other jams coming down. So a lot of discussions, Breaking League's coming down. That's actually the August 25th out in Vegas. I won't be there. Breakin Media, Friction will be there. But no, that's a lot of jams coming out. I'll be at In the Circle coming up September 21st. That's going to be a real dope one. And the day after is going to be the Undisputed event out in Long Beach, California. I'll be there. Figure out how I wanted to make content through that way. I was actually kind of thinking about doing a live stream with it, but as you mentioned, the music, the monetization, I don't know exactly.
Yeah, man, it's so rough. Like even doing like the in real life live streaming, like bringing a camera with you and like being at the jam, like I always thought about that. Like I know like Joey Chaotic does it like from time to time, but like Joey's like he does like every single day of his life type shit. And for me to like just go out to a jam like and record a battle and probably that video is gonna get striked, I'm always like, fuck, like I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, because is there a certain cap after you hit a certain amount of cap, you're like done, or you have to wait a certain amount of time to
if you get 3 strikes, your channel's out. So like as soon as you get a strike, you don't really want to risk it like doing another one, so you gotta wait like I don't know, like a week or something. But the strike doesn't just go away. Like you just gotta like watch out. So I don't know, man. It sucks.
But once you get 3, you're out.
I mean, it's at least for YouTube. You know, like I think
For
Twitch
sure.
is usually pretty chill. I could probably get away with it on Twitch more. It's just YouTube is like where you can probably make a steady like at least some type of money from people getting views on your video. But yeah, the issue is with the monetization type shit. So it just sucks. I've like fully accepted it though since I started in like 2019 or something when I was doing it like every other day. I was just like, dude, I can't make any money off of this shit.
Yeah.
Unless I do them
dude.
like tutorial videos, and I ain't going down that road.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of people do the tutorials and it's like, this is how you do a flare. And they, you know, obviously you don't need music or anything for it. You can just show how to do a flare or whatnot. But I will not go down that route. I refuse.
Oh, yeah. Your flares are pretty good, so.
Well,
who knows?
I'm not teaching people my tricks, okay? No. I'm not a fan of like being like, all right, guys, here we go. Step 1. Like, it's just not my steez of what I want to do on my free time at home. So.
For sure. No, that's cool, man. No worries. Dope, bro. I'm gonna end it right here, though. You can find DOMkey. Google him, DOMkey. Here on Twitch, all social media platforms. Cypherbeast TV. I'm your host, 24/7. You can find that all on Google as well. But at Cypherbeast TV, and then if you want to follow me for any reasons at 24/7PDX Instagram. Yep, dude. It was great chopping up with you, DOMkey. Let's do this again down the road.
For sure.
All right, guys.
Bye. Peace. Okay, wait. Yeah. Well, you can end. I'm gonna chop my thing up too.
1 second. It says 99% on there. Stay on until it says it's
Yeah. I'm good.
completed.
I'm not gonna end. I'm not gonna end with you right now. I see your river thing is recording.
Yeah. Okay. So on the right.
Yeah. You're fine.
Oh, yours is already done. Mine's probably gonna be like done in like a minute.
Oh. Okay.
Or less. Oh, perfect. Nice.
Yeah.
So
everybody
is uploaded.
On my stream right now, I'm gonna get off and then get back on because my camera is being used by Tony's application streaming thing. So I gotta like get off of that before I can like put my camera back on here. So I'm gonna hop off and then I'm gonna hop back on within like, I don't know, 2 minutes. I'm just gonna get a cup of coffee and then we're gonna watch some IBE stuff and whatnot. So just give me a couple minutes. Tony,
Nice.
You can stay on.